So what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Movement 6. Before we start, huge thank you for everybody who subbed, but also thank you for everybody who had a fantastic interaction with me yesterday. On my latest video on the review of the multiplayer, I really like every interaction. I try to answer every comment, every question. So thank you for that. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Here we go. Put on notifications and don't miss a thing. Now, it's less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours since I've uploaded that video on the multiplayer review, and the reason why I'm harsh on this game is I want this game to succeed, and I come from a period where Call of Duty started, and I've seen it grow, and in what it was, and eventually what it became. So I'm not hitting on Call of Duty just for the sake of hitting or for views or whatever. I generally care about this game and about this franchise. And all of a sudden, just what I've been reading in the last few hours, it occurred to me that I'm not anymore the target group for Call of Duty. I'm not. And it's very clear, it's I'm part of a gaming community. I'm part of maybe also the Call of Duty community, but Call of Duty has a different target audience. It changed over time. I come from a time that we didn't have skill-based matchmaking. You had equality of opportunity as the way it should be. It's life, equality of opportunity. Everybody had the same shit, and you're either good or not. And if you're not, you better get good or not. And I'm a well above average player. I'm a pretty good player. I'm not the best player, but I'm a good player. But I always like to be in lobbies with absolute freaking retards and with people who are so exceptionally good that I always like to watch those kill cams or watch them play and think, hey, freak, I need to try this out. I need to get better. That's the skill gap you see and you want to overcome. But it's very clear that Call of Duty has changed its target audience. You've got a few groups right now. It's the generic average Joe who comes home after work and just plumps down on his freaking couch with his huge OLED 4K big dick swinging screen on his wall and just sits there, maybe even without a headset. And although I love to play in my living room, my main target is here in the studio with my monitor. And here's where I want to play competitively. It's where I can spend hours. But that's the target group. And these guys, there's nothing wrong with that, but they're happy with just shooting for a few hours, and they don't care about unlocking prestige. They don't care about grinding. They don't care about anything. Give these guys one gun in a game, and they're fine, and it's fine. And on the other side, you got a group of very young kids that maybe are able to buy Call of Duty for the first time from their parents, and they also don't have that reference we have and what it could be and what it should be. So, and that's where the money is. That's where the money is. And well, money talks, and the game is, objectively speaking, extremely shit. They lie to consumers. They're misleading consumers on what they're going to get, whether it's the Vault Edition with the XP tokens people didn't got. The list is extremely long. But there are two factors where you can see that we're not the target audience anymore. Let's watch this. Here we go. This is a review. I fell off my chair. I was not only reading through this. It's from IGN. It's the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer review, and I was expecting the same vibe and the same messaging that we all have about this game. That this game shouldn't be released in the state it's in. There is nothing about that. There is not a single word of criticism. It's only at the end that they have a very small, tiny issue. I think it's in here. It is in the video. It's about skill-based matching, but at the same time, however, I don't have the math, but skill-based matchmaking seems like it's trying to lead you to an even number of wins and losses. That's the only issue they bring to the table. Other than that, it's just generic, most generic, high level, uninspiring review without any criticism whatsoever. The game is good, it's fantastic, it gets an 8 out of 10 from freaking IGN. It blew my mind. But you know, first of all, if you push this, the average Joes of this world think, oh, this is a good game, let me buy this game. And they will buy this game. You know what this leads up to? Boom! Modern Warfare 2 tops 800 million sell-through in 3 days. It outsold even those Top Gun Mavericks and those kind of things. You know, it's mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Thank you, Call of Duty players, for making Modern Warfare 2 launch one of the record books as well as the highest grossing entertainment opening of the year. It's an honor and privilege to deliver such an historic launch weekend for the best fans in the world, says Johanna Ferry, General Manager, Call of Duty. You know, they're not even on the same page as we are. They're not. They're celebrating. They don't give a freaking flying fuck about the fact that you bought a game that is only maybe 45% finished. They don't care. They don't freaking care. And this is amazing. This is amazing. Even thank you to our talented team that has created magic through extraordinary artistry and technology, and to the global community of players who find joy and connection through Call of Duty. This milestone belongs to them, said Bobby Kotick, CEO, Activision Blizzard. This milestone belongs to you people. Are you banned? This milestone belongs to you. Are you XP tokens just vanished into thin air? It belongs to you. Does your game crash? It belongs to you. Does your PlayStation 5 tries to update something it refuses to do? It belongs to you. This is your milestone. You know, the lack of content, it's your milestone. Congratulations, you know. This is absolutely mind-blowing. We got skill gaps in Call of Duty, but this is not a skill gap. This is just, they're living in a distorted reality field where they actually believe that they have brought a fantastic game to the world. Hey, Jesus Christ, Call of Duty has become the #1 top-selling opening weekend ever in the franchise. 800 million worldwide in sell-through following 3 days from its release, October 28, 2022. The blockbuster opening tops any of the biggest worldwide box office openings of 2022. It surpassed Top Gun Maverick and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness combined. You know, so that is why the worst is yet to come, because money talks. The only way we could either persuade or force Activision into changing anything in terms of how they release it, how they develop it, we need to stop buying it. That's true. Of course, I'm buying as well, but this is it. You would say that they would listen to a community, because if you look online, the community is very harsh on how this game is performing right now. So you know, it's harsh what's happening here. And the fun fact is if you're looking at Metacritic, then you see a user score of 6, and it's dropping, and a 7.7 Metascore with a user score of 6. So this is not reflecting an $800 million game. That's harsh. So there is a huge gap between a community that has love for the franchise and the developers who just know they can get away with things financially and don't even have to listen to people on fixing this game. It was mind-blowing. I fell off my chair, you know. The only thing we can do is sit here, wait until Infinity Ward actually finds the time to finish the game. So what we're seeing is we're just part of a Q&A team, you know. We're part of the quality and assurance team of Infinity Ward, which is actually a cheap way to do it, you know. We're paying Infinity Ward to be part of their team, and feed them the entire bulk of shit so they can finish the game. It's amazing, guys. I'm gonna lay down for a second, just to get my act together before I start Modern Warfare 2 again. See you guys on the battlefield. Bye. Moment 6 out.